Hi, y'all. We're in Estes Park, Colorado at Twin Owls Trailhead. We're going to hike on down this path until we get to Jim Lake. Let's see what we find today.
A little shout out to my cousin here. When she came up, it was July. And it's now, November. And we just had a snowstorm over the last 3 or 4 days. And we now have slushy ice all over the trail. But yeah, it looks a little different than it did when you were here. All the leaves have fallen. There's now snow and ice on the ground. But there's snow capped on some of the rocks in the mountains. So beautiful. So beautiful. You know, as I'm walking through this slushy ice and water, I'm realizing that I have not waterproofed my hiking boots this year. Hopefully I don't regret that. There's the little Jim Lake sign. That is where we are going today. All right. This is going to be a sloppy hike. We are heading on up this trail. We're about a quarter of a mile in, and so 1.5 miles to go. And Darryl was telling me that it's a 1,000-foot elevation climb on this trail. So that's quite a bit of elevation in just a little ways. Oh, look at this rock that's balanced up right here. Isn't that cool? Got a little Fred Flintstone house right there. Let's see if I can look through on this side. Do-do-do. Too cool. If you're looking at this snow and thinking how pretty it is, I'm thinking it's getting very slippery. And I'm kind of, yeah, Darryl, about slipped. We may be getting close to micro spike time. We have them in the backpack. As the sun comes out and melts the snow just a little bit, but it's still below freezing. So then it melts it and then it refreezes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think I need to put them on.
There is a ton of people out on this hike. It is a gorgeous view over here. The snow dripping, the wind blowing. And we're looking at all the people coming down the mountain because they started at 7 o'clock this morning. And we started at 1 o'clock, 1:20. What time did we start? Much later.
1:30.
About 1:30, he says. It's easier to start these winter hikes in the morning when the snow is still frozen. And now it's melting from the sun and slushy and slippery. Let's go on a little further. Oh, looks like we have a little reprieve of going up for a few minutes. This little tree is definitely growing out of the top of this rock. That's cool. So let me see. Eventually it looked like the one that we saw when we were hiking over in Wyoming, I should think. It had the rock cracked completely in two. Yeah, that's what that tree's all about. But I just saw a sign. What does this sign say? Entering Rocky Mountain National Park. Oh, we are in the park now. We are not camping. We're just out for a day hike. So that would be a fun camp. Maybe one day. When I have lots of bear spray. I just heard about a couple of bears that were down near one of the schools that's right on the edge of the mountains over here the other day. They didn't cause any trouble, but our wildlife is all around out here on this beautiful mountain. Okay, right before we hit the crossroads sign back there, I had looked at my watch, and I looked back at Darryl, and I'm like, we are 0.52 miles already in on this hike. Man, you know, he looks at his watch and he's like, do what? My watch says that we're 0.4. I'm like, oh man. So then he pulls out his cell phone, and I guess he's tracking us on the phone. I don't know, on the Trails app or something like that. And the phone said we were 0.48, which is like almost exactly halfway between. So, and then we hit that sign and said that we had what did that sign say? 1.2. We were 1.2 from the destination. So, I guess his phone was, no, if it said 0.2, if it said 1.2 and
plus 0.4 is 1.6.
Yeah, and the hike at the beginning of the thing said it was 1.7. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. We're a ways down the trail anyway. And I forgot to give a shout out to all my Texas and Louisiana, McNeese, Cowboys people here, my Texas people, and my newly acquired Coloradoans. Very pretty.
See what you can get with all that sun.
Yeah. Darryl just threw a snowball at me, and it come and stopped me between my feet. And then I looked up, and I saw this little rabbit right here. He's not even scared. Look at him. He's still in my shadow. That's how close he is. Hey, little guy. How fast can you run? Boop. He didn't go very far away at all. He's like, oh no, I'm in the national park. I'm safe. Look at this tree. It looks like a giant bonsai. Have we got to the top? Oh, did y'all see that bird? It was some type of falcon. It just went right across the path in front of me. This looks like a spot that people's turned into an overlook. Let's go see. Oh, wow. Yes. It is pretty. With grandfather tree. The young ones sprouting up. A couple of man-made switchbacks right here going up through these rocks. I see man-made switchbacks. More switchbacks. We were just discussing how much water Darryl's carrying today. Rough guesstimation is about 30 pounds. Nah, not just water. Lots of other stuff. That is so cool. My mom just called and got through in a little bit of range here. And when she did, Darryl turned around and looked behind us and saw this. Look at that hole right there in the rock. Huh? Is that great or what? Actually, the whole view is really cool over here. All of these big giant rocks. Yeah, you can tell I come from an area where there are no rocks, because I continue to be amazed by them. Here's the other side of this one. Yeah, I'm not tall enough to get that side of the hole going through. That's cool though.
Slippery right there.
All right. You can take a look down to see what all we just came up. It's a lot. That was a lot of up. We're getting close to the top. Those are some big steps. short legs. And ice. I thought we were getting to the top.
Yeah.
Which we are. But
It's
we're not going to the top of that mountain, to the top of that rock. Man. Those are some big rocks. We are way up here too.
That's called East Gemstone.
Oh, that's East Gemstone Mountain.
Middle Gemstone is going to be right over that way.
Do what?
Middle Gemstone is that direction.
Middle Gemstone is off over here.
Somewhere.
We're going to Gem Lake. I almost busted it. Oh. This may be the rock with Gem Lake. Oh, this tree wasn't able to hold on in the high winds.
It's tucked up in here, ain't it?
Man. Wow.
The welcome party?
Yeah, the welcome party. Couple of big old ravens. Wow. It is frozen over. Not enough to walk on. I can see through the ice in a couple of areas. But look, over here, there's a little frozen waterfall, little bitty frozen waterfall over there. Tucked away up in this mountain. Gem Lake. There we go. All right. Oh, you know, let's see. Oh, what's your watch say?
1.5.
Uh-oh. I think there's not a winner on this, because Darryl's saying that his watch says we are 1.5 miles in, and my watch says we are 1.82 miles in, and the trailhead said it's 1.78. So we're both off. Hey, I like my time better. I would much rather say, oh, I hiked 1.82 miles than 1.5. Well, hey, it's a little bit more, you know. All right. One good thing about this hike, it is all downhill on the way back. But there's a lot of icy spots. So I think we're going to put on our crampons, the little spikes, so that we do not slip and fall, because I did slip and fall on the way up here. So one last look here at Gem Lake. Actually, it's probably not the last look. I'll take you back there again. Let's go sit down and get some spikes on, and have a sip of water or two, maybe a cucumber or some peanuts. Maybe we can find a rock over here that's not covered in ice. Y'all, that wind is frigid. That is pretty. That is very pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, the roots. Look at the roots on this tree right here.
Oh, they're kind of like this one too.
Yeah.
So that one's really.
Look at the roots on this tree right here. Wow.
It's good when you go on the rock. Huh?
Yeah. That is cool. Oh, wow. And look at this other tree that comes over the top of this one. And then it goes across there, and then it goes up that way. That is cool. Darryl just informed me we have an hour until dark. It took us an hour and a half.
2 hours and 10 minutes to come up.
Okay, so it didn't take us an hour and a half to get up here. It took us 2 hours. 2 hours to get up here. Part of that's filming. Part of that is filming. And part of it is stopping to catch your breath because that was a lot of elevation. How much elevation did it end up being?
I got us at 1,019.
1,019 feet, yeah. So it'll be a lot faster going down, but I got to put on these spikes. I don't want to bust it again. All right, y'all. See you at the bottom. Be sure you check in with us on our next adventure, G&D's Journeys. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.